Everyone, so I'm doing a new video that I'm posting. This is basically just some videos and photos of the pre-Christmas London Day visit that me and my dad do every year, where we go and look at some of the shops and do the Christmas lights. This year we did it as 2 days because we got lost a lot in the evening, so we missed out a load. But also I am now having to use a walker to get around, and because of this I am going a lot slower. So as I said, I was mentioning we stayed at 2, so this is day 1, and our first stop was King's Cross and St Pancras, and we went to the Wicked Tree. Now last year this was Harry Potter themed. This year obviously it was themed for Wicked. So the whole outside of the tree was the City of Oz with the wizard's face for the new film. And the really interesting part was the centre. So as you can see, this is the wizard's face, which is a whole photo area, so you can just stop to take photos. It is a full 360 view with 6 panels, and 3 of the panels, as you can see here, you can look in and see basically a miniature of Oz based on Wicked. So you can see the Emerald City, Witch Castle, Shez University and Munchkin Land. So basically all the major plot points for both films, and I'm assuming based off me seeing the musical, you can see here. So I did take videos of it from all 3 angles, which I will plan to post separately along with a load of photos. So yeah, this is me going round. So I did, like I said, this was really interesting to me, and as you can see, this is me with the walker. So obviously that was slow, and then this is up from the 2nd floor. I took some videos and photos. As I said, it was really amazing. Me and my dad said that we think it's the structure from last year. Because we were there, we went to the platform 9 3/4 shop to have a look around, and I did buy some items in there. I do plan to post, probably unboxing day, I'll be posting the haul of everything I bought, and then we'll have opening videos. Because we were going to Leicester Square, we went through Chinatown before, as you can see here, going to Leicester Square Market. This is the Mr. Bean, which it was a lot of fun. This is Fortnum & Masons, which I was a bit disappointed in. Last year it was Christmas puddings that did more rotating and bobbing up and down. This year it was just down and up. And then these are all the Christmas themed windows. Then this is the lights. As I said, the one downside of this is when we started all this, obviously for the whole day, we tried to get a lot of the shopping done first, obviously because lights don't look as impressive as when they're not on. So this was Bond Street, but all the high-end shops are. Fortunately, they were still constructing, a lot of the shops constructing their windows and their outside displays at the time. And this is, I really can't remember which shop this is, but they had these little Wizard of Oz shop. So we went into, it was Selfridge, of course. Okay, so yeah, we went in there, and I did get a chocolate donut. They were really, really nice, but just, I don't personally think they were worth the money. It's one of those, I bought it because I was at Selfridge kind of thing. But to be fair, for London, loads of the markets charge the same price for donuts like that. So it wasn't super expensive for London. And then these are, like I said, all the windows. Unfortunately, as it's like I said, London Christmas, it was very busy, so it wasn't the easiest to get photos without people in them. Especially since we had a lot of getting around to do, so we couldn't spend too long at every single spot. But we did, obviously, I said, by the end of the day, we realised we'd only done half of what we'd said. We waited about 2 weeks more and went for a second time, and we added a few different places to go and swap stuff around. This is Oxford Street, the Disney shop, which I think is the only actual physical Disney shop left in London now. It's not one of those. We just tend to go in and see what the Christmas displays are like. I don't think I've actually ever even bought anything in this shop, but like I say, it's one of those we go to look at what's there and these I did find a lot of these figures that I really liked, all the Alice in Wonderland themed ones, but I don't think I'd ever get them for the full price. These were some notebooks I looked at. I wanted the Sleeping Beauty one for my thing. This is, if you go up to the 3rd floor, it's where all the Marvel, Star Wars stuff is, and this is a Deadpool dress. So, yeah, I have no idea how it's made, if it's like a permanent dress or it's just bits. But it wasn't actually something you could buy, but by then it was starting to get, I think it was about 3:30, so as you can see it was getting dark. So all the lights are starting to get on, so this is when we started looking at the lights. That we did go shop, went into Miniso, and I got some of these. And then this was a lot of the time where we were trying to find Carnaby Street, and we kept getting lost because Google Maps, for some reason, every time we're in London, takes in a loop. We ended up in Covent Garden instead, which we knew was close. So we went and saw the Christmas tree there. I said this isn't all the photos. This is literally just 1 or 2 of everywhere we went. But we ended up spending, I think it was like an hour and a half walking around. We finally got there and were actually quite disappointed. This was literally their decorations this year. Just giant, what are meant to be crackers hanging at Carnaby Street. And usually Carnaby Street is amazing, and it wasn't. We also went to Liberty, and this was also a bit disappointing because they were going and advertising their collaboration with Wicked. Inside the shop, this was the only actual Wicked item. They didn't have anything Wicked else displayed. We did go and look around the normal Christmas sections. This was the Wicked, apparently the fabrics, but they didn't actually have anything up to say this. I actually went on the website to find out what was going on and found the 2 fabrics, them saying this is a collaboration, which is the only way I knew that it was from the Wicked. Their more things seemed to be the outside windows, which were, like I said, they were actually very Wicked themed, but no way near as much inside. So that was a bit of a disappointment. By now it was getting very close to the end of the day. So by now, like I said, all these shops were closing. I'd wanted to go to a couple of shops with this, but unfortunately, like I said, the shops were already closing because we'd gotten lost. Which annoyed me because I'd even used their own websites in the Google Maps to get the locations, and the map still doesn't take us right. So we do need to find some other way of finding out how to get to places. You'd think we'd know by now, but I have absolutely no sense of direction. And my dad just loves going on the weird and wonderful, walking around. So we ended the day by walking to Tottenham Court Road down Oxford Street to see the angel displays there. I said these are really nice to see, but they are just the same every year. But that was how we ended day 1. Day 2, we started I can't remember what station it was now, but we went past the Ritz to get there. And we saw, like I said, there like little Christmas halos everywhere. They didn't have lights, but it was more around the doors. And the reason for this was we planned to go to the Mayfair Christmas market. Now, this was unfortunately, this was unfortunately a major letdown, because it was meant to be day 2 of the market and they weren't letting people in. We got there at the 11 o'clock and were told we couldn't come back until 4 in the evening, despite it saying they opened at 11. And it was tiny and just alcohol. So we ended up going to the Trafalgar Square market, which we went past but didn't get to see last time we were in London. And their market was really nice as well. They did seem to be more around the Christmas imagery, and a lot of their stuff was like wood or hand carved. They did have more generic ones, like they had this sign one which I loved, but it was still really nice. As Trafalgar Square isn't really somewhere we go all the time, we had a brilliant view of Big Ben, so that was fun. We then headed over to, I went into Forbidden Planet first, and then we went to the Noble Collection, and that was because, one, I like going in here because I love all the Harry Potter stuff, but the main reason was for all the Wicked stuff, which I did buy some Wicked items, and they are also going to be in my haul. But Forbidden Planet, that was packed, we didn't afford. We next stop, which is just down the road, we went to Covent Garden, and that was because, well, we had seen the big tree that night. We hadn't actually gone into Covent Garden to see anything. Their display was just these huge bells and baubles. We did obviously go past the tree again, and it looked a lot different than with the lights not on, but at least they fixed the tilting from last time. We finally found Mima Lima, which was one of the shops we were having the most difficulty finding, and I love going in here. One, for their mystery bags, which I bought some, which were at the till, and some other bits I bought. But if you go downstairs, they have a display of lots of different. A lot of the time it's Harry Potter themed. This time it was a showing of their new stuff, their new notebooks and other items, and then was also Phantom of the Opera. We went back, obviously, past this. The crackers didn't look any better, and Liberty against with all their Christmas tree lights. Now this is going into Hamleys. This was an absolute nightmare in there. It was just so packed. And then this was, I think, one of our last stops for the day, and this was us going back to Bond Street because all the displays were finally up. Some of them, like this one for Dior, it was seahorses, so I didn't really get the Christmas theme, and if someone could explain to me what that had to do with Christmas, I'm all ears. But so yeah, some of them obviously weren't very Christmas based, they were just very lights and display kind, but they were really fun to look at. But yeah, this was our last stop of the night, so we walked down the rest of Bond Street before heading on our way back to Tottenham Court Road, which is obviously how we we take the train to leave to get back to our car to go home. I did like the Fortnum Masons. They've stuck with the red theme this year, so that was cool. And I said we went to Tottenham Road. We went to the little theatre before heading home, so that was a great day out.